What's up everybody, and welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at a 2024 Mercedes Benz GLE 450. Now this one has an AMG line package, a night package, and of course the 4MATIC. It's about $82,000 spec'd like this, which honestly seems like a really good price. Underneath the hood, if we can find it, there we go. This car has a pretty nice inline 6-cylinder motor. So if we find the latch here, so this is a 3-liter inline 6-cylinder, like I said, and it pumps out 362 horsepower with 369 pound-feet of torque. It also features a 21 horsepower mild hybrid system that actually drives a lot of the formerly belt-driven accessories. And then of course when you're idling, going down hills, things like that, the electric motors are actually taking over. We do have really cool carbon fiber on this as well. Very nicely done. 4MATIC all-wheel drive, and then it can get almost 600 miles on a tank. It gets about 20 miles per gallon in the city with 25 on the highway. So it's a pretty efficient crossover SUV. If we take a look at the styling now, the night package gives it all this black design, and in the AMG line, you're gonna see the nice wheels and fender flares. But we get a really nice set of blacked out headlights with LED. You can see all the cool LED design with the LED daytime running lights. And then we get a massive grille. Has a cool chrome design for all these trim pieces, as well as more chrome pieces. You can see a massive Mercedes badge in the center with a forward facing camera. Really nice body contours all throughout with more body colored. Then you can see some gloss black trim. We get your front parking sensors as well. Nice gloss black for the lower splitter, and then huge openings to allow cooling to the radiators. On the front of the hood, you can see another Mercedes badge. And then I really like these two lines, and then super clean lines fading towards the windshield. If we go ahead and take a look at the side now, you're gonna see these massive 20-inch wheels with a gloss black design as well as machined silver. Really cool look, and I love these wider fender flares. That's just a really aggressive design to it. Nice body lines all throughout. And then down below the doors, you're gonna see more sharp lines with a nice side skirt, and then gloss black trim on the mirror caps with an LED along with a side camera. You can see body colored and chrome on the door handles, then another sharp body line, and then all gloss black trim around the windows. Up above, we get that panoramic roof as well as black roof rails, and it has a really good side profile. I like how proportional it is. It's just a really clean looking luxury SUV. I love the shape of this window as well. Just gives it kind of a unique look. And then you get these sunken in super flush LED taillights. You get more body contours with everything, and the massive fender flares. It really comes together. Down below, you can see a trim piece on the side, parking sensors along with black for the rear, and then a nice gloss black trim piece connecting these exhaust tips. We get that trailer package. This can tow over 7,000 pounds. And then you can also see all of your badging. Backup camera pops up underneath there. And the design really looks pretty cool. Now in back, there is a button back here as well. Of course, you have your key fob button and the one on the interior to open everything up. But taking a look at the storage, we have a privacy cover and then a lot of storage in here. It's really nice and squared off, so it makes it pretty usable. And then we have a good sized spare tire underneath the floor. And then closing this up, there is a button over here. And if you just go ahead and toggle it, it's gonna lower the rear suspension. It makes it to where it's a little bit easier loading items in and out. And I also like how from here you can grab these seats and push them forward, and they'll fold flat to give you all the space you need. You have your button up above, of course, so we can automatically close up the tailgate, and you can see how squatted the rear is now that I've pressed that button. You can also bring the rear end back up by pressing it again. And then you can see how flat everything folds, all sorts of space back here. And if we go ahead and pull the seat back into this position, you have some amenities here. You get your air vents, a little bit of storage and plugs, more storage on the backs of the seats. And then you can pull this down to give you an armrest as well as 2 cup holders. You get some nice stitching all around the seats as well. And then hopping in at 5'11", I have quite a lot of space in here. Really good knee room. I mean, that is a lot of room. And plenty of headroom, like 4 or 5 inches up here. You got quite a lot of glass to make it feel pretty roomy. Good armrest. Now the seats don't recline at all. However, they're actually in a pretty good angle to where it's a pretty comfortable back seat. And then let's go ahead and hop into the front seat now. We do, of course, have the smart key that'll automatically lock and unlock the car. And then taking a look at the door panel, you get this really cool gloss black with striping, power controls for the seats, memory seating, heated and ventilated, a Burmester audio system, as well as ambient lighting. Get your nice grab handle, release handle, all of your window and mirror controls, then some pretty good padding. Storage down below, along with a release button. Then we get Mercedes on the door sill, and I really like the color combination. You get perforated leather in the centers for these front seats, since they have the ventilated option as well. Pretty good look overall. And then we get a 3-spoke steering wheel. So if we go ahead and hop inside now, keep my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and fire it up. So then taking a look at the interior now, really cool combination. You'll see more of that striping. So the gauge cluster is all configurable. If I go ahead and hit this home icon, we can scroll left and right and see all sorts of different designs. So pretty neat to see how many things you're able to adjust. And then this one right here is all of your heads-up display. Don't know if it'll come off on camera, but basically what you see here will come up on your heads-up display system. So pretty cool. You have the full screen nav, and you even get an off-road one. So that is a really cool layout. So I just like how simple everything is and how easy everything is to use. Now when you are in the main one, you can scroll up and down, see all sorts of different items. So it's pretty nice to see all sorts of different normal basic things. You have controls on the right side, and actually the same button over on this one where you can easily scroll left and right and adjust it just like you did on the left screen. You're also going to see Bluetooth and audio controls down below, cruise control settings on the left side, steering wheel mounted paddle shifters, and then this is your gear selector, and then turn signal and wiper blades on the left. We have electronic park and brake, headlight control, and then your button right here to adjust your steering column. We have one of your air vents on the left, some nice black leather type material along the dashboard with stitching, and then I like how you get the 4 air vents in the center and more of the striping theme. Now this is all touchscreen as well. You have all of your different settings that you would expect to see. You can go into off-road here as well, see a few more things. So this is a pretty usable vehicle. Now we have more seat controls as well. All of your massaging functions, the seat control as well for lumbar and things like that. So you have the basic ones on the door panel, and then this is kind of where you get more in depth. We have ambient lighting you're able to adjust as well. And then if we go ahead and put this into reverse, you're going to get that backup camera popping up. All sorts of different views are going to pop up on the right side as well. So you really get a pretty good design, trailer hitch setting, and then just pressing the P button, we can go back into park. Now underneath the screen, you can see all of your climate controls. We have your temperature icon, and it'll come up on the screen. Your menu icon as well, if you toggle this, gives you into a basic menu where you can easily adjust things using the touchscreen. You can also use these controls for more of the adjustments. And then down below, we have this nice black design. Pushing that out of the way, we get cup holders with your spring assisted pieces. Button in the center will cool them down. We have the wireless phone charging. And then I really like all this leather material, the grab handles sweet, and you get some nice ambient lighting. Now this pad right here you can also use to adjust everything in the screen. So it's actually pretty easy. You don't always have to use the touch screen. You can just swipe over and go into things like this. So definitely a pretty usable, user-friendly system. We have your drive mode select right here. You can go into all the different drive modes in here. Makes it pretty easy to adjust. And then you have some shortcuts for camera, a vehicle icon where you're able to adjust a few more items, then your favorites, and then a few shortcuts as well. Get a nice pad as well, and then your adjustable suspension. Nice padding for the armrest, and then pressing that open, we get quite a lot of storage. And taking a look at the glove box, pretty large as you would expect. Get an air freshener built in, and then one last look. A very pleasant place to be. You also get a massive sunroof shade where you can easily open and close that. And then we have all of your different dome light controls and a frameless mirror. All right, setting off in the GLE 450. Honestly, it has plenty of power. It's not an AMG version or the bigger versions of this. This is kind of the middle of the road trim level for the GLE, but honestly, it's peppy enough. The 9-speed delivers power really well. Shifts smooth, it's easy to drive. You have a really good view out too. Huge windshield with great visibility. Mirrors all do a fantastic job letting you know what's going on around you. Of course, cruise control and everything works fantastic, especially with the steering intervention, kind of drives itself. Over your right shoulder, visibility is pretty good. That third window does a good enough job, even though that headrest is kind of blocking a little bit, but honestly have no issues with it. Suspension is a big thing you're gonna notice. It is so comfortable in here. It rides like you're on a cloud. It is just a really pleasant vehicle. Super quiet in here. I mean, you just don't hear the elements. It is a really comfortable, luxurious place. If we toggle it into sport mode and go into manual mode, you can actually still drive this and kind of play with it a little bit. Really confident, hitting sharp turns, there's no body roll. This really is a competent car. And with the off-road mode, you know, if we were to go into there, of course the crazy screens, I mean, you can just do the utility in this. So I like how well-rounded this is. This is like the perfect family SUV. You can take it to work and back, grocery shopping and back, deal with the kids, but then you can tow with it, haul with it, and even hit some dirt trails. So it is a really good blend. And I'm just having no issues just comfortably driving it around. It's a great place. Technology is also easy to use. I think Mercedes finally fixed everything to where there's no redundancies. There used to be too many ways to do all the same thing. Now it's just super simple. I like how you have controls on the right side to do that screen, control on the left side to do this screen. So it's just simple, and yet it looks really nice at the same time. And then having this one down here also makes it super usable. So there's really nothing more, nothing less that you would need out of it. This is just a good all-around luxury car. I'm really enjoying it. The seats are also super comfortable. Everything you touch in here feels like a nice material. Sharper turn like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have any complaints. It's a comfortable, luxurious SUV that can kind of do it all. Even when you hit big bumps, it just takes it. And there is plenty of power. The electronics give it about 21 horsepower, so it just kind of helps eliminate a little bit of the flat spot down low. When you're coasting or going downhill, the electric motor is basically driving you. And then the range, I mean, we still have 450 miles left on it. This gets really good gas mileage. Yeah, I think the GLE is definitely a worthwhile SUV. If you just want a well-rounded luxury SUV, can't go wrong.